Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet. This is our Whip Wednesday, but it's also Car Crochet. Car Crochet Day is always a fun day, right? Yeah. So I'm going to wait a little bit, just a little bit, and chit chat with you while we wait for some more people to show up. And until then, let's just have a little chit chat, shall we? Yeah. Let me see. There we go. All right. So, what is going on, everyone? What's going on? So, I missed you on Monday. I'm so sorry about that. It's just been kind of a different kind of week, you know? It really has. It's been kind of a different kind of week. And but I'm so glad to be here with you right now. It's so good to see you. Come on in. Let's get our crochet on together. And yeah, let's see what we can do. Hey Cree, good morning to you. Good afternoon to my sweet friend Cree. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. And it's going to be kind of fun because I'm on my phone and I'm using StreamYard on my phone. So the little chats are on the side. And yeah, it is surely so interesting that I'm used to having the comments really large on the side, but with this, no. Let me see if I can. I'm not sure. Let's see. Nope, I don't want to remove from stage. Let's see. Do. All right. Hmm. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but let's see. I just made it even smaller. It's on my phone because let me see if I can make it large. Okay, here we go. I don't know what just happened. What just happened? I have no idea. So let me see. Layout, settings, layout. Let's try layout. Okay, well, that's the one that I want. So there we go. I don't know. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. All right. This is so fun. So fun. So if you oh, now it's large again. Well, I don't know how that happened. Okay. I'm going to stop fooling with this and let's just chat, have some coffee. I had to drop Roxy off at her vet appointment this morning at 8 o'clock. And then I had to take my sweet hubby to his doctor appointment. I told him, I said, from now on, everybody's going to the vet. Like, because I've been wanting to say, oh, I got to take hubby to the vet. I'm like, so now everybody gets to go to the vet. Oh my goodness. So anyway, that is that. I hope that you are having a great week. And let me show you what I'm working on. So I have my blanket that I have been working on. I have it right here. See if I can get this to pull out. There we go. Okay, so I have my blanket that I've been working on. I've got my seat as far back as I can. So I am really liking the way this looks. I'm really liking it. So obviously, this is the way the blanket is going to go. But yeah, it's pretty cool, don't you think? So I just ran out of, well, I'm at the very end of my pink. So I got another ball of pink, and yeah. So I'm going to add that to it. I'm using the Premier Puzzle yarn, and this one is in the colorway Cat's Cradle. So this is pink and a little bit of gray, and it almost has a little bit of peachy, but not. It's like a peachy pink, but most of it is this really nice pink. So anyway, it's a bulky 5-weight yarn, and this is the second blanket that I've made this year with this bulky yarn, and I'm liking it with this Cat's Cradle in this manner. So let's see. Okay, here we go. So I've got this going. I'm going to connect my ends, if I can find the end. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Okay, so here's one end, and here's the other end. Well, here we go. Here's the other end. So I'm going to connect these, and then I'm going to be able to just keep on crocheting, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of pink, and I actually wanted to do 10 rows of pink. No, 15 rows of pink. Let me see what the other one was. Sorry, while I count. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, 15. So 15 rows of pink. And so I have a little bit more to do on this. And then I'll switch to the brown. And I think I'm doing 10 rows of brown. Let me verify that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 rows of brown, 15 of pink. And so I think it's just really pretty that way. And so that's what I'm doing. But now, let's see, I lost the ends. Okay, here we go. So I've got, oh no, that's not an end. That is, oh my Lanta. Let's see. Okay. Oh boy. Here we go. Getting all tangled up. So yeah, I had to take my sweet little Roxy girl and take her to the vet this morning. She has a procedure today. She had one yesterday. She has a procedure today. And so hopefully today will be the end of her procedures. And then we'll be able to just have her be on the path to wellness. I'm not sure. She may have Cushing's disease. And if she does, then that will have to be addressed with maybe some medication in the future. But for right now, we're not entirely sure about that. So I did a magic knot. I do not have scissors with me. So I'm just going to leave this like this. And then as I crochet it in, once I get home, I will trim these ends and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So what's in your cup this morning? I have some coffee with a little bit of half and half. And yeah, that is good. Delicious, delicious coffee. So let me see. I've also got a little more coffee. Oh, I felt that on my pants. Okay. So I have coffee with half and half, and I am enjoying it a lot. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. So today's going to be kind of a runaround day. We had to be at the vet's office at 8 o'clock this morning, and we had to be at the vet's office yesterday at 8 o'clock. And so it's been a couple of busy mornings. We're not really used to getting up and at them quite that early, but it's okay. 2 days in a row. And then tomorrow, my sweet sister-in-law, Tanya, has a procedure at the hospital. So I want to go and be there at the hospital for her. So tomorrow will also be an early day. But thankfully, the hospital where she's going is just 5 minutes away from my house. So I won't have to leave, an hour early or whatever. It'll be an easy peasy kind of drive. But yeah, I want to be there with her. She's been with me for any of my surgeries. So yeah, I want to be there for her too. So anyway, how is everyone this morning? It's been kind of a weird week for me. It's been a good week, but kind of a different week. Sunday, my youngest son and his wife and grandson came by. A surprise, it was a surprise. We knew they were coming, but we didn't know exactly what day. And so he called me the night before, or he messaged me the night before and told me that he was in town. And so we got to visit with them, and it was just a nice day. We just had such an enjoyable visit. Hey, so listen, with the summer coming and everything, there are a lot of different, and for whatever reason, I'm not seeing any, let's see, show up. This is an example. Tap on a comment to show it on the screen. Okay. So, Okay, so I don't know if I am getting any messages because I'm not, oh, it did it again. There we go. Because I'm not seeing any. So I apologize if you've been, if you had messaged me. I haven't seen it. And I'm trying to do StreamYard on my phone, which is a little challenging because everything is really tiny. So anyway, so yeah, my son came and his wife and my grandson, and we just had a really enjoyable visit. So Bush's Baked Beans, the Bush's Baked Beans company, they have put out 3 flavors for the summer. They're summertime flavors. And it's really interesting what flavors they have. So, am I crooked? Sorry, gang. There we go. Is that a little better? Okay. So, it's really interesting what flavors they have. They have apple pie flavored baked beans, and they have dill pickle flavored baked beans, and they have bomb pop flavored baked beans. So those popsicles that are, red, white, and blue? They have the 3 different flavors on them. Well, Bush's Baked Beans has a bomb pop flavor baked beans. Now, I wasn't able to get that, but I was able to get my hands on the apple pie and the dill pickle. And so while my son and his family were here, we did a taste test and we tried it out. And it was so funny because, you know, it's what's funny is that everybody's taste buds are different. Everybody is different. And so um, I personally thought that the apple pie baked beans, it was a solid 9 out of 10. It was a solid 9. I really enjoyed it. It had a good flavor. I think it could be improved a little bit if you actually added it to a dish and maybe took some cooked bacon and broke it up and put it in there. And then if you know, took an apple and diced it up, small dices, and oh, thank you, Red Road Reseller. Thank you. So, okay, cool. I am getting some messages. I wasn't sure if it was working. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, I thought, you know, if if you wanted to do that and then, you know, stir that up in there and then sprinkle a little bit of brown sugar on top and then bake it, I just think it would be really, really yummy. You know, you could really doll that up a little bit. So anyway, that was just a thought. But and then the dill pickle, in my book, it was a solid 5. Like I liked it, but I didn't love it. Like I would not go swimming in a vat of the dill pickle baked beans. Okay. Now the the apple pie, I might. But the apple pie was a solid 9 out of 10. The dill pickle was a 5. But I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to see what that bomb pop flavor tasted like? I'm gonna try and get my hands on a can and see, just so we can see. Listen, it's a limited edition. They're only going to have it. Good morning, DJ. Good morning. How are you? Happy Whip Wednesday to you. And I'm doing some card crochet, as you can see. So yeah, I got my crochet on. And so yeah, okay, I just finished that one row. I'm gonna flip this over and start on the next row. Okay, so this should be row 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm starting on row 8. Okay, good to know. And I'm going to go to row 15. And so yeah. Are y'all crocheting with me today? I'm waiting on hubby to get out of his doctor appointment. And so what better way to wait for a doctor appointment to be over than to crochet? Okay, good. Here we go. All right. I have hair everywhere. Do you have that problem? Like every time I crochet, I'm seeing, oh, here's one of my hairs, and I have to just keep moving them along. And then here, every now and then, I see one of Roxy's hairs. Roxy is my dog. She is 2 years old, and we don't know what she is because we got her from the shelter. She is definitely a she is a mix, most definitely a mix. And yeah, she's a love. She's such a good girl. When we went into the vet's office this morning, she just walked in and she sat at my feet. She didn't say anything to anyone. She just came in and sat. She really is a good dog. She really, really is. Her biggest problem is that she has a fear of things. So, you know, if we get anything delivered by you know, Amazon or UPS or whatever, and it's a box, then she is usually afraid of the box. It's really It's really kind of funny, but not, because we don't want her to be afraid of things, but she is. She's afraid of boxes. And so we got her when she was 5 months old, and she'd already had a life before she came to us. She was from Louisiana, from Homan, Louisiana, and or Homan, and so she had a little rough start, but she is a good girl. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting her from the vet's office today and having her recover and do well at home. So yeah. So I'm making these blankets with the end goal in mind of having a stack of blankets at the end of the year. So if I decide that I want to give them away for Christmas or whatever, then I have these blankets. So I'm not necessarily assigning a name to any of these blankets, although my sweet sissy, my sweet friend Naomi has claimed this one because she loves pink and brown together. So it's so cute. It's actually really cute because she was the one that inspired me to make this, because she was saying how pretty pink and brown. She thought pink and brown looked really pretty together. And I was like, you know what? I have pink and brown. Let me try it. And it is pretty together. So this is the Premier Puzzle yarn. And listen, I buy my Premier Puzzle yarn from Walmart. And I'll tell you why. Because I can get Premier Puzzle yarn at Walmart for $5.99. Now, there are some colors that they want to charge you $9.99 for a ball of that yarn. But I don't buy that yarn. I only buy the yarn that is $5.99. And that yarn, $5.99, is really a good price, really a good price. Because if you go straight to Premier, the company Premier, you can maybe find this yarn on sale for $7.99 or $8.99, but that's on sale. It's $9.99. Normally on their website, I believe it's $9.99. And then you get to pay shipping. But I buy this from Walmart, and I get the colors that are $5.99. Most of the time they have them in stock in the store, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have them in their warehouse or their distribution center or something like that, right? And so a lot of times if it's showing that it's in stock, I can put it in my cart, and if it doesn't show that I can pick it up, it'll say free delivery. And so the free delivery is the way to go. So with this, like yesterday, I got a couple skeins of yarn, of Premier Puzzle yarn, that was not available in the store, but it was available for free delivery. So, do I prefer that? No. Because it's, somebody coming down our driveway and delivering something to us. And, I really don't like making people do that, but it's okay. It's okay. I got the yarn for $5.99. I did not have to pay shipping. There was no tipping or anything because it was the free delivery. It wasn't like, if you do delivery, if you do delivery through Walmart, this was like, it said we can deliver it free. So anyway, that's how I get my Premier Puzzle yarn. This yarn is really good. So it is a bulky 5 weight yarn, and it has, let me see, I think it's 7 ounces. 7 ounces, 200 grams. So you're getting 200 grams of yarn and 328 yards, 300 meters. So yeah, It's actually really, really a good yarn. And it makes the blanket up really fast. So look at that. See, if I didn't do anything except for use this yarn, it would make such a lovely blanket even without adding another layer of color. But I'm really into this. Hey Racine, good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Hey Trish, you didn't miss much. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody. I am, DJ says, working on my baby blanket for the Premier Box Challenge with Matt and Glenda. Nice. Nice. I'm sorry if I missed anybody's comments. I'm working on off of my phone with Crochet, and it's hard for me to see the comments. So I really, really appreciate your patience and understanding. And I'm so sorry. It looks like I'm crooked. And listen, I'm having a hard time here. I should have left it alone. Oh me, oh my. Let me see. Oh no, I should have left it alone. Left it alone. Watch everything just fall. No. Hi, I'm so sorry you fell. Oh Lordy. So my I don't know what to do. This is so not good. Not good. Let's see if we can try this one more time. It's just, my phone is just so heavy and it's giving out. Okay. Well, my phone is so heavy and it's giving out. So let me see. Nope. 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 Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, good day, Crochet. Hello. It's good to see you. Okay, here we go. So I am crooked as all get out. Let me see. That was my problem. That was my problem to begin with, was that I was too crooked. Oh, friends. Let me try this one more time, okay? All right, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Let's try this and see if it works. Okay, I'm not going to touch it. You might still fall. I'm sorry if you do. Please don't get your feelings hurt. Oh, my Atlanta. So, I haven't used this. It's stuck to my windshield, and I haven't used this. It's not a tripod, but this phone holder for a while. And I think, and it's been on my car for years since I started this crochet channel. So yeah, so I'll have to hold this way up here. Oh my goodness. So let me see if I can do this. No. All right. So anyway, the Premier Puzzle yarn is, listen, don't pay full price for it if you can help it. If you can help it. Now, they do have a sister yarn. Premier has a sister company. What is that called? Premier, and they have a sister company, and they have this same yarn, only they call it, oh, it's Universal Yarn. So Premier has a sister company called Universal Yarns, and they have yarn that is the exact same yarn as the Premier Puzzle yarn, and which is really odd. And they have different names for the colorways, because obviously Premier Puzzle yarn, they're going to use game names like Cat's Cradle, Acrostic, Backgammon, and different names like that, right? So the Universal yarns, they have a different colorway name, and you can get them in a local yarn shop for $14.99. Hello. Don't pay $14.99 for Universal yarn that is the same exact yarn as the Premier Puzzle that you can get at Walmart for $5.99. Listen, we have to save money where we can so that we can buy more yarn. Right? Listen, I hope that you stuck with me through that little fiasco of dropping you and spinning you around. I hope I didn't make you too seasick. I'm afraid to touch my phone. So, yes, my phone cradle. Hello. I'm afraid to touch my phone right now, so I can't see the updated messages. Yeah, because I'm afraid that you're going to like crash to the floor again. And my car's so dusty. I hope that you didn't see any dust. If you did, can you do me a favor and pretend that you didn't? Thank you. Okay, you're still here. Yay, you're still here. I can't even see who it is talking. I just see, no, I'm still here. So that's good. I'm glad you're still here. But I don't know who you are, because I'm afraid to touch my phone again. I'm afraid it's going to flippity flop all over the place. Oh, you know what? I think that deserves a little bit of coffee, that little fiasco. Yum. Yum, yum. So I also have been working on my mosaic blanket, but it's so crazy because I sit in the recliner, my new recliner, and I crochet, and I probably get about this much crochet done. And then the next thing I know, I'm waking up because I fell asleep in my recliner. So that's kind of strange, having that experience where, like, I'm not even aware that I'm falling asleep. Just all of a sudden, I'm waking up. So I don't know what that's all about. Does anybody else fall asleep in their recliner so easy like that? I think I might do like a taste test of the flavors of Bush's baked beans. That was really fun. Oh, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. I can only see like one line of a message. And so if like a couple come in at once and then it pushes it up, I can only see one little line, and I'm afraid to touch my phone. I don't know what's going on. It's been a while since I've done, since I've done car crochet. I also tried to go straight through YouTube, but it wouldn't let me do a live. It kept saying, you should do more shorts. Click here to learn more. And that was it. So then if I would hit the X, it would take me all the way out. So then I would click go live again, and it would say, you should do more lives. You need to, here, get started in doing more not lives, shorts, and click here to get started. And I did not want to do a short. It was like being a little bully this morning. So then I decided to go through StreamYard, because I don't normally go through StreamYard when I am going live in my car because of this same thing. As I feel tired. Oh, you head to bed. Okay. As soon as you feel tired, you head to bed. That's good. That's a smart way to do it. Smart way to do it. Not me. Not me. I just sit there and fall right asleep. I get some really good sleep in my recliner too. Oh my. Man, I love this yarn. So I remember a little while back, I found Red Heart. It was Super Saver. There's an ant in my car. Okay. Get out. I found Red Heart Super Saver, but it wasn't the Super Saver. It was a bulky 6, but it was just like Red Heart Super Saver, only it was a bulky 6 weight yarn. And I found that at Ollie's for like $5, and it was huge, huge. And so I got some, and I made a blanket with it. I really like that blanket. And so I was really into that yarn when I was using it. And then I went back to a 4-weight yarn, and I'm like, oh, this is so relaxing. The 4-weight yarn, good thing about 6-weight yarn is you get your project done so much faster because it's super bulky, and it takes less crocheting, less stitches to get a big blanket. But now, so, I was using the 4-weight yarn, and I was like, oh, this feels so good in my hands. And now I'm using the 5-weight Premier Puzzle yarn, the bulky yarn. And I'm like, oh, this is working up so fast. This is awesome. And it just feels so good. It's soft. It's supple. It makes a really nice blanket. Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying working on this blanket. My goodness. I feel like I should be able to tilt that just a little bit. Okay, tell me don't do it. Tell me not to do it. But I just see, I normally will tilt it down a little bit so that it cuts off the top of my head so that you can see me crochet. So now I'm having to hold up my crochet in front of my face, but because I like to share crochet with you, and I just feel like it's really relaxing to watch somebody crochet. And I remember during the pandemic, it was full on 2020, right? And I, at the time, was watching Cinnamon Stitches, and she sat on her porch and showed herself sitting in her rocking chair, and she was crocheting. And I didn't realize it, but it was only going to be like 5 minutes of crochet. But I ran and got my hooks, and I was like, I really wanted to sit and crochet with someone. So I ran and got my hook and my project, and I sat down and I started crocheting. But as soon as I started crocheting, she was done and her video was done. And I was like, oh, like in my heart, I was like, I want to crochet with you, and and I was like feeling so excited about that. And so I always remember that when I'm crocheting with someone live, because I remember how that felt, that I just wanted to crochet with someone. And so that's why I like to show that I'm crocheting, and I like to show what I'm doing, and just chit chat, just chit chat. So I'm meeting my sweet sister-in-law and sweet brother-in-law. My husband and I are meeting them. It's my sweet sister-in-law is my husband's sister, Tanya, and so she's my sister, and so we're meeting them after he gets out of his doctor appointment. We're going to meet them, and we're probably going to go to Hobby Lobby. I need to get a couple skeins of a specific color of cotton yarn. And so, and this is their week that it's on sale. Yarn is on sale. So I'm really happy about that. And so I need to get some cotton yarn. And so yeah, I'm really excited about that. I can't wait to check that out and spend time with them. And they came over yesterday, and we've been watching this show called The Coroner. And I think it has 3 or 4 seasons so far. It is good. It is really good. Really, really good. So there's a couple different story arcs that are going on. And at the end of season 1, the main, like the background of the coroner, the woman that is the main character in this show, her storyline, they tell you what happened. Like there's something in her past that that is affecting her present day, and she doesn't even remember it until the very end. Like it's something that happened in her childhood. And so the story arc really, I love the way that works, because each episode is a standalone, except for the last 2 episodes of season 1, because that was a to be continued. But even that got wrapped up really nice. You learned the secret to her past, and you learned about this story arc that was 2 episodes long. That wrapped up. There were several things that happened at the end of season 1 that were very positive. So, and of course, there were some, it's the coroner, so you're going to have some people that are no longer breathing that are going to the coroner's office. But it's such a good show. So it's like mystery, intrigue, suspense. It's a really good show. I really like it. I really like it. Let's see. Okay, how many skeins do I use for one blanket? So the last one that I made, so I did make one just like this, but different colors, So I think I used 4 skeins of this yarn. So I made what I call a recliner blanket. So basically I do a chain and I put it on either side of me, what I feel would be a comfortable width while I'm sitting in the recliner, for that blanket to be wide, that how, like as wide as you need for a recliner. And then I make it as long as I would need if I were sitting in a recliner and I wanted to cover my feet and then have it go up to you know, the chest area. So that's how I gauge it. I don't measure. I don't even count the chains. That's how I do it. And then the only thing I do is count my rows. And so that I have kind of a somewhat even row. So I think that the last one that I did, I think I used four probably. And I broke it up. Actually, the last one that I did, I used ends of different colors that I had, and it turned out really beautiful. It turned out really beautiful. Just the way the colors kind of blended into one another, because the great thing about the Premier Puzzle yarn, look at the pink. See all the shades in that pink? And then look at the brown section. See all the shades in the brown? So even when you're changing colorway, there's so much variation within that colorway. If it complements another colorway, it just seems like it just flows, you know, almost like it's stripe yarn or something like that. It just really works. And it works up fairly quickly, which is really nice. So the only thing I'm doing here is a half double crochet. That's all I'm doing is a half double crochet. And with this Premier Puzzle yarn, it makes it like it's not holey. It's not too holey. Let me move it close. Okay, can you see that? So it's not too holey. Like if I was doing a double crochet, then I could stick my fingers through those holes. And I didn't want to do that because if it's a, you know, what if you're barefoot? You don't want your toes sticking through if you're having a recliner blanket, you know. But it's tight, but it's not too tight. So it has a nice drape to it. It really does. And if I did a single crochet, could you imagine doing this as a single crochet? Thank you. Thank you, Mimi. And anyone else who is commenting, honestly, I'm so sorry that I can't see all of your comments. I can only see one line at a time, and if that, you know. Okay, so my hook size, thank you, I just saw that. The hook size that I'm using is a K hook, 6.5 millimeter. And I am using my my Clover Amour hook. I really love my Clover Amour hooks. Those are the only hooks that I use. And the nice thing from K 6.5 millimeter up, it is a plastic hook, so it's lightweight, but it works like a charm. Thank you. Thank you, DJ. DJ says, love your colors. Thank you. So that's the great thing about the Premier Puzzle yarn. So the first one that I did, I used the green, and I can't think of what that one is called. And I used hopscotch, I think it was called. Was it hopscotch? It was kind of a red, an orange and brown based, and then with the green, and then I think I threw in a blue one. But that blanket, I don't think that you could choose any colors in the Premier family, Premier Puzzle yarn family, and put them together in this kind of a blanket. And I don't think that you could go wrong. I really don't with the colors, because they're just, each colorway has so many different colors in it, and it's just beautiful. Each colorway is beautiful. So anyway, so yeah, I am loving this. Now the pink and brown was the idea of my sweet Naomi. And so Naomi said, I love pink and brown together. And I was like, you know what? I have pink and brown. Let me see what I can do. And so I made up this little rule for myself. Like I decided how I wanted to do it. So I'm doing 10 rows of brown, 15 rows of pink, 10 rows of brown, 15 rows of pink. And that's what I'm doing for this one. So, I mean, you can make up whatever rule you want. You can do 2 rows of each. You can do, you know, what someone else did. They just used a whole ball of yarn. And when it was done, then they changed colors. So you could also do that. No reason not to. So this one's going to be unique because it's going to be just the pink and brown, because that's the way I started it. So that's the way I'm going to keep going. I have other colorways that I'm going to be working with. And yeah, I'm just really, really happy with the way the yarn is working up. So yeah. Oh, cool. I like how a row will be completed fairly quickly. I really think if you had a weekend and you needed to make a gift for someone, I really think that if you started on a Friday night, you could have this blanket done by Sunday. I really, really believe that. This would be what I would consider a weekend blanket project, simply because you are not doing anything fancy with the stitches. You're letting the colorway do all the speaking. When I have a pretty colorway, I want a simple stitch. If I have a solid, that's when I'm like, okay, let's let the pattern do all the talking. But with something like this, I like the pattern, the stitch, to be very simple. I did a blanket one time, and it's in greens, and I don't think I changed colors. I think I just did. Oh, you know what I did? I did complementary greens. So I did a variegated green, and then I did a solid green. Then I did the same variegated green, and I did another solid in one of the colors in the variegated. Like I had 2 solid colors um, that I pulled those colors out of what was in the variegated. And I did the moss stitch, and that turned out really pretty. Now, you know, the moss stitch would really look nice if you just did solid, 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 because then you're going to actually see those little teeth on the moss stitch. But it still was pretty. It still was. And it was really easy. I mean, you just single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and you're crocheting into the chain spaces. So yeah, that was really easy too. That was a couple years ago. I called that my mountain blanket because I made that blanket while I was here in the mountains, before our house was built. So yeah. Hmm. Okay, let's see. All right, so 54 minutes. Let me see if I can move this down really, really easy. Um, oh, thank you, Brissette. Hey, how are you? You saw my video of why I started crochet and that it worked for my mental health. Yes, yes, it did. It really did help me. Um, yeah, that was a crazy time. That was a crazy time. And I was really, oh my gosh. There's this guy in the parking lot who's just doing donuts in front of me. It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh, okay. Well, my sweet hubby is out of his doctor appointment, so I am going to let you go. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And I will see you next time. Bye, everybody. Now let's see if I can figure out how to end this video.